Hey guys, Erin Wester here. As you can see, I'm a hot mess. But as I said on Monday, honesty 100%. No sugarcoating things, no rainbows, ponies, puppies, cookies, all those things. Um, Honesty, showing you life how it is, showing you what's coming out of me from my heart, from my mind, from my psyche, whatever you want to call it. But yes, I know I'm coming late live, much later than usual, but this is life. Yesterday I was 100% out of commission. I had a horrible migraine, and I still had to run youth group, which was fine. By the time I had to go to youth group, my headache was down to not bad of a headache. When I got home, it was horrible again. So obviously, I wasn't really on social media a whole lot yesterday. I really wasn't able to answer a lot of messages, things like that. But I did the ones that I had to do from my phone. Hey, Priscilla. So, yesterday was a pretty bad headache day. Probably one of the worst I've had in a while, but it is the only headache I've had in the past week. Today I woke up with a tiny headache. It was a sinus headache, and it was because I've switched allergy medication, and that's what that's from, which is fine. So I didn't get my workout done first thing, but I said, you know what? I am going to lay down for about an hour, read some personal development, which I did, and then I'm going to go into my work, do work until Alex wakes up, and then work out and do my live video when she goes on for a nap. Again, she went on for a nap about 2, so I didn't get on right away because I found out that my dad's best friend who has cancer, then he had pneumonia and couldn't fight off the pneumonia and was in hospice. He passed away last night. So I just found that out on Facebook. And, it's hard because he's my dad's best friend. We went on family vacations with them multiple times a year as I was growing up. He is a very renowned psychiatrist, and he helped me a lot with my competition anxiety when I was a teenager, because as a teenager, I don't know if everybody knows this, but I showed Arabian horses at the national level from when I was 13 up until my early 20s. And, he really didn't want to go to a therapist, so I went to him and talked to him about my anxiety, and he helped me a ton with my competition anxiety. He's also my brother's godfather. So, it's just someone that you grow up with and you consider to be your second father, and someone who has given you great advice when I was going through everything with my son's dad and trying to adjust my son to me being a single mom, to my boyfriend and now husband, all those kind of things. He was there to help get us through that. So I went and saw him on Sunday with my parents, and it was hard to see someone so strong and so smart and so wonderful dying like that. And yeah, I did want to cry, but I knew I would. But I want to be honest with you guys and show you how this is. This is life. And we've experienced a lot of loss these last 15 months, and it's hard. And, I have to take care of me. So I found a new therapist, and I'm going to go start seeing her probably the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'm going to start going back and getting my massages once a month. I have to take care of me, because if I don't take care of me and I don't be the best of me I can be, I can't take care of my kids. I can't take care of my family. I can't take care of the kids at church. I can't take care of my clients. I can't do any of that. And, this last 15 months has been rough on my business. I'm going to be 100% honest, because I haven't worked on myself like I should. I haven't. And, lots of people would say, that's okay. You've experienced great loss, daughter, a horse, a guy that's a second father, that's a lot of loss to experience. People would say it's okay to not put in your 100%. But yeah, the pros of network marketing is that when you're out of commission, when things are going on in your life, when you're sick, when your kids are sick, when whatever is going on in your life, yeah, you're still going to earn money, but it's not going to be the amount of money you could be making if you're working at 100%. It's just not. And this is a lesson I've learned in the past 15 months because I've been in network marketing. In June, it'll be 7 years. So well over 6.5 years, I've been working network marketing. And, I know that, yeah, you make money while you don't do anything. But if you're really not doing anything, you're not making any money. So, I built my business for the first year. And then I let it slide thinking I was still going to make the $300-400 a week that I was making because I was okay with that. I had a full-time job, $300 a week to help pay off debt. Like that money specifically went to pay off debt. Like that's specifically what that was for. And $1,200 a month to pay off debt is awesome. And that money did pay off all my credit card debt. So I have zero credit card debt, which is awesome because I'm the one that's always had thousands of dollars in credit card debt that had their credit cards maxed out. But I'm not that person anymore, which is pretty freaking awesome. But I know because for 3 years, I did nothing with my business. My business fell. My rank fell all the way to the bottom. I was making maybe $100 a week because I wasn't doing anything, like at all. But, I've been doing some stuff, but it's not the level that I should be doing it at. And, I'm trying to claw my way back up. Trying to claw myself back up, and then something else will happen. I was doing great. I was doing awesome. I was just getting back into a groove of things, and then my health issues started to happen. I had those headaches 4 or 5 times a week, and people know migraines. If you have a migraine 2 or 3 times a week, you can't function on those 2 or 3 days, and that sucks because you could do minimal laying down, but with migraines, you really can't. Like with a regular headache, I could do it from my bed. I was okay. But with migraines, you really can't. And, I'm not trying to make excuses. I know that I'm not putting 100%. And, all these bad things have happened. So obviously I need to grieve this because this just happened last night. Losing people is hard. I don't think I'm ever going to recover from losing Victoria. And all of you who've lost a child understand that. You are never going to recover from that. But I have to think about my kids. I have to think about my family. And they deserve me to not be stressed out about money. They deserve to be able to go on nice vacations. They deserve a mom that is 100% every day. That knows what she wants and shows that you can reach your goals instead of just being like, oh, it's okay. I lost my daughter. It's okay if I don't reach those goals. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's a little okay, but, because we're doing fine. We're doing okay. But if I was putting in 100% in my business like I was doing from April 2014 through beginning of October 2015, if I was putting in that much effort, my business would still be growing and I would not be stalled. I would not be stuck because that's where I am right now. I'm stalled. I'm stuck. And it is because I'm not consistent. It's because I'm not building my relationships like I should be. It's because I'm not finding out your guys' goals and talking to you about it and getting you started in a free group, getting you started, with Beachbody On Demand, getting you started with a clean eating meal plan. Those are the things that I used to do. Not talking to enough people about this business that has obviously changed my life, because this business has made it so I can stay home. I could be making more money. Truth, I could be making more money. I'm okay with the amount of money I'm making. The bills are getting paid, but there's not extras to do fun things. There's not extras to be able to go out and go shopping and buy new clothes for myself. Obviously, my kids are my first priority. My kids are going to get clothes first. My kids are going to get all those things first. So obviously, I need to think about myself too, because that's also important. So I guess this is all saying, honestly, everybody says, make money while you sleep. You can be on vacation and be making money. Well, sure you can once you're, in a six-figure range, sure, you can be doing that. But when you're still building your business like I am, I can't do that. I can't just take the week off and be like, well, I'm just not going to do anything and I'm just going to sleep in, and I can't do that because I'm still building my business. I'm not those 6-7 figure earners yet. And tons of things have happened that have derailed me, and people can understand why these things have been derailing me. But what I need to do is I need to pick myself back up, write out my goals, new goals, and I need to work for them. I worked my butt off for my goals for a year and a half to make enough money to be home with my kids. And I did that in a year and a half with working 50 hours a week at a job, commuting 2 hours, 1 hour each way, still giving my kids and my family time on the weekends. I did that while I was with 15 hours a week. I did that. Obviously, I have a lot more hours that I can do that now, but if I don't do it, my business is just going to stay stalled. I need to really focus on why I want this. I want to help other women, mostly moms who've experienced loss, to realize there's something better, to realize that you can build your dreams and not be working 50 to 60 hours a week to build somebody else's dream. Think about what your dreams are. So for me, what was my dream? My dream was to stay home with my kids. My dream was to have time and financial freedom so I could go off whenever I wanted, take my kids on a weekend to the Dells, take my kids to Disney World whenever I wanted. I'm not there yet. I have the time freedom. Yes, my family is my number one priority. Yes, my kids are my number one priority. Yes, I am not going to do calls or commit to anything for my business when my son has an orchestra concert, when my daughter has a doctor's appointment, when my son has a thing for Cub Scouts. That is time for my family, and that is never going to change. So if it takes me 2 or 3 or 4 more years to build this into a 6-figure business, I'm cool with that, but I'm not cool with my business taking a step back. I'm not cool with that. People are nervous about talking about income, right? People are nervous about that. So the goal we had made in April 2014 was to making 6 figures in my business by the time we had our first child together and I would have to go back from maternity leave. That was the goal, to be at 6 figures. Well, we didn't reach that goal. So a second goal had been to be making double my social work income so I could stay home. And I did that. I did that in a year and a half. So April 2014 to October 2015, I did that. I reached that goal. So I didn't have to go back to social work. But that's when the story changes, obviously, because in November, we lost one of our babies. I had twins and I lost one. We lost one. She died. She had a heart attack, cardiac arrest. There's nothing we could have done because she had a heart defect that's very, very rare, that never would have been found on a test, that not that many people even have, that's not genetic. Of course, my business is going to take a hit from that. Of course, I'm not going to be able to work for a few months. Of course, I just couldn't. I had to heal. But to keep, I want to say using it as an excuse, but to keep saying, I'm still grieving, I'm not okay, I'm not ready to do this 100%, put my business back. I made $60,000 in 2015. $60,000 with my Beachbody business. Again, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of income. Success is dependent on each person's individual effort. So in 2015, I made $60,000. That's pretty decent money. More than I was making as a social worker. Almost double what I was making as a social worker. 2016, I haven't got my W-2s yet, but I think it's around $50,000 that I made last year. And that's just my Beachbody business. I don't have a social work job where I have a salary. I work at the church, but it's part-time. It's nice to have the extra money, obviously, but that's just more for me to be out in the community and feel like I'm giving back. That's not really about the money. So if you think about it, that is $10,000 lost, and it is my fault. It is because I used things happening in my life as an excuse not to put in my full effort. And I would get discouraged when the business wasn't going well, because network marketing isn't easy. I'm going to tell you the truth. But if you have goals and dreams, network marketing might be your only option. So you can see, like, in a year and a half, I built my business from making, God, what was I making? $15,000 a year with my Beachbody business. I changed that in a year and a half to making 60. I mean, even $15,000 to $50,000 is awesome. I mean, a lot of people making $50,000 a year is life-changing. And it is life-changing because it allows me to stay home with my kids, because that is my number one dream, as I had said, to be home with my kids, have the time and financial freedom. And the financial freedom will come. Even if it takes 2 or 3 years, it will come. But I guess that's really what I wanted to come on here and say is, things can happen, things can push you down, but I'm not going to let those things be my excuse anymore. I am going to rethink my goals, and I'm going to do that tonight and come live tomorrow and tell you guys my goals, my new goals. And I want you guys to help me stay accountable to these goals, because these are going to be actual, realistic, not what I think my goals should be. These are going to be what my actual goals are for the year. And it's really about staying consistent with my business, building relationships with you guys that come to my page daily, and really seeing what I can do to help. Be it Beachbody, maybe it's not Beachbody, maybe it's paleo, maybe it's clean eating, maybe it's Whole30, maybe it's cutting out gluten, maybe it's just cutting out processed foods, whatever increasing your water, whatever it is that you specifically need, that is what I am going to help you guys accomplish. Because that is how I feel good about my business and feel good about myself and know I'm making a difference. And that's when it becomes successful. So that's really where I'm at today. And now I need to get my workout in and showered before Jake gets home on the bus at 4:15. So, yes, I went a little long again. I ramble. When I don't have a set thing next to me and what I want to talk about, I ramble. But, no sugarcoating it, I have to wait to go live before my hair is done and before I'm in a nice looking outfit, and it has to be quiet and it has to be a perfect environment. Not doing that anymore. I'm going to be me. I'm going to show you how it is. This is how I am almost every single day I work from home. The days I leave to go work at the church or go do things for the kids, things like that, yes, I do get dressed, but most days, tank top, t-shirt, sweatshirt, yoga pants, that's me. Hat most days, because until I take a shower, my hair is usually crazy. You short-haired ladies know what I'm talking about. Until you shower that day, your hair is crazy and there's nothing you can do to fix it. So it's a hat until I can shower. Usually, I work out in the morning. I can have my hair looking uncrazy by mid-morning. But yeah, today it couldn't be saved. So hope everybody has a great Thursday. Again, I'm going to work on those goals and share them with you guys, so that you can help keep me accountable, because you guys are what keeps me going. Being able to come here and share with you guys and know that you guys aren't judging me and you understand me. Having a place like that with 11,000 ladies that I know understand me is a great feeling. So I hope everybody has a great day. Time to get in my lower fix extreme. Bye.